problem I found with some of the old paints that I use. They clog up a little bit, and so like I was using the big black tube of paint, and it was jammed up, and so I was having a heck of a time trying to get the paint out. And I kept squeezing it, and then a little bit would come out, and I think I ended up getting kind of annoyed and just squeeze it really hard, and then blah, and then half the container of paint came out, and it made a big huge mess on my little paint palette thing. But I just kind of went with it and ended up using it because I knew I was going to just do base coat anyway. And so I just mixed in, did the black background, and then I did mixed in my oranges and browns for the hood and the armor parts. Kind of made it work out, but it was kind of it was frustrating at the time. But I watch it later, and it's hilarious. This video, I ended up filming it differently. I did a mixture of time lapse and then the normal video. And then for the normal video, I sped some of it up and kept it kind of normal speed to really kind of show off some of the more brush strokes and the details. There's a lot of details in this one, so kind of showing it off a little bit more. But I still had to really speed up a bunch of it because it was like 20 hours of film, and there's no way I can do a video that long. So just chopping it up and speeding it up, and kind of liked how this worked out. it's kind of funny how really rough the skull was looking after I did my grays and then did the basic shadows. It looked really kind of derpy for a little while. I wasn't too worried about it, but it looked really goofy because I think I didn't know what to do, so that's why I kind of left the skull alone and went to the armor parts and then the hood parts, and then I came back after I didn't like it. Didn't I lost the outline of how I wanted the skull to look, so I had go back with a color with a pencil and fix it. And then once I really redid the edges with black and then started adding the details again, it really kind of came back out and was able to redo the shadows and fix it. But yeah, for a while it was really derpy looking. So for the lighting on this one, I really wanted to do like a torch light, just a very very dark, dim feel. That's why it's really heavy black, and I like the idea of this guy just like sauntering out of a dark shadow hallway, and all of a sudden he's saying hi, and so that's why the lighting is the orange color, because I wanted to make it look like torchlight. When I started painting this, I had it drawn out and I had it flat on my desk, and then I ended up not liking it at stretching my arm out, and it was really awkward angle. So what it ended up doing is I only wanted it up a little bit, so I just put a container behind the end to stand it up just a little bit. But then doing that, it made it kind of unstable. And then the joys of painting and then have it on the edge is I kept bumping it off, and then it kept falling onto my lap, and then I have wet paint on it, and I have wet paint on my paintbrush, and it splattered it all over the place. I got a little bit on the painting, and then I had it, I had some on my leg, and I had some on my shirt. It was just making a big mess. So that's why I was kind of highlighting it on the video to make light of it and make it fun, because why not? I've always loved doing like armor and weapons and medieval things and mechanical things and metallic things. I've always enjoyed that, and so I really kind of went nuts on this and on the armor. Did a lot of the scratches and dents and dings and making it old looking. And I've always really liked that. I thought I thought this came out really nice. I really like how this painting came out. I'm pretty proud of it. How it looks. It looks pretty cool. This one is kind of a nice little passion I did, and I'm hoping everybody else enjoyed it too. So do the YouTube thing, like and subscribe if you liked it, and it does help me keep going, because who knows what my audience likes and what they don't. I'll take some input, but otherwise I'm just going to keep on doing what I do. Anyway, thanks for watching.